LeBron James has a game tonight in Boston. Earlier today, he was in Springfield watching his son.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
About him watching his son?
No, not that. I don't know if we should be showing high school kids.
Oh, stop it.
He's a freshman in high school.
He's pretty good. Let him go.
I mean, the other networks have kind of taken over the high school television.
I'm just curious. Does the school, do these high school players, we always talk about college players being exploited. This is the ultimate exploitation.
It's good basketball. Let it go.
That's not the point, Shaq.
So what is the...
What is the financial incentive other than the network making money on these high school kids? We always complain about college teams are making all this money, but
high school.
This high school.
It's going to be middle school next.
Come on, man.
I'm hosting the middle school television.
It's always been like that,
listen, I'm just asking.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. I agree.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
I do. I think
stop whining.
it's to the
Two
point.
powerhouse high schools playing.
Well, if you're
That's
talking
a big
about
spotlight with TV at a very early age.
No, but if you're saying that the teams are, that this is an amateur sport, and then you want kids not to get paid and think about money, then you can't make
money on them.
You can't make money on them. It doesn't make
You're
any
making
sense.
money on the college kids. Now you're making money on high school kids.
First
Give
of
me
all-
a break.
Hey, just a second. We need, because we have to get this in, okay? We need to step back, go to Memphis, halftime ceremonies and halftime entertainment there. Leslie Odom of Hamilton fame, singing Bridge Over Troubled. I had it on reliable authority before this game started that the Boston Celtics, it was going to be their night. 69-55 is the Boston lead over the Lakers. That voice of authority, believe, was Charles Barkley, who
Guaranteed
a Celtic victory tonight. After we had pointed out that Kemba Walker in his career in games against LeBron James was 0 for 28. But the Celtics lead it 69-55. It's the American Express halftime report, everybody, and we got the American Express teammates from the first half. For the Boston Celtics, who lead it by double digits. Jason Tatum's got 15. Kemba Walker got himself 11, looking for that first win against LeBron. And this isn't a game the Celtics got punched in the mouth right out of the gate, fell behind 8-0. And they lead at 69-55. You had no doubt, did you, Kenny, when Charles was making this proclamation?
I have a lot of doubt. I still have doubt.
But this is something, boy, Boston needs a half like this as much as they have been struggling.
I'm going to get Shaq roused up just by this comment. These three guys with Boston, and this is why he guaranteed to me, you know, with Kemba, with Jason Tatum, and Brown, they're like a smaller version of what Clay, Steph,
Hey, man.
No, the smaller version in this regard.
No regard. Stop.
I'm going to tell you.
Stop.
That's why I want to get him
Stop.
roused up.
Come
In
on
this
now.
regard, I'm going to show you.
Stop
I'm going
it,
to tell you in
Kenneth.
this regard.
Stop it,
In this
Kenneth.
regard. I'm not saying they're them. I just love messing with Shaq. I knew he was going to go there. But anyway, the fact that this is why Boston is tough. Honestly, it's not, they're nowhere near those three players, but let's roll the tape. Is the fact that each of these guys command so much attention off the dribble. Here you have Kemba commanding two players. Boom. Now you get it back out, you throw it over to Hayward, and it gets back over to Brown, and now freeze it here. Because most guys here, they're going to look for the roller. But LeBron has eyes on Brown. Bradley has eyes on Brown. Kuzma has eyes on Brown. There's no way he should score, but he does not only score, he's able to get to the rim and make a tough shot to go in. That's one guy. The same thing again with Jason Tatum. We know his isolation skill. He went to Kobe in one summer. His isolation skill and his pick and roll skill off the dribble is phenomenal for his young age. Again, then the best in the business almost at this. Best young guards in the business at doing it is Kemba. He doesn't get the shot he wants now, but Avery Bradley frees it. Avery Bradley is probably still one of the top 10 defenders at that position in the league. But watch, he gets Avery back, and he backs you up, and then he gets back into the shot. So yes, three guys that could score. I just want the best with Shaq.
Come on, man. Stop it. I agree with Shaq.
That's why you guarantee, because they
That's
got
not
three guys
why.
to score.
That's not why I guarantee.
Oh, you just were saying this.
Only team with three starters averaging 20 is the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
That's difficult. You don't think that's very difficult?
That's 60 points.
But that's
Only
three
team in the
guys.
league that
Only
has
team
three
that has
starters
three
doing
guys
it.
that could do that.
I'm just telling you, the reason I liked the Celtics tonight was, number one, they were due for when you play LeBron, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers, Celtics, you're going to be pumped for the game. I thought the Lakers would have a letdown going on national television, beating the Rockets Saturday night. They're going to get Anthony Davis back. They're like, okay, we're automatically better. We're going to have a letdown. That's why I thought the Celtics would win tonight.
Limited minutes for Anthony Davis in the first half. 12 minutes as he makes his return. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. LeBron's got 13 and 8 assists to lead the Lakers.
I'm about to rile Kenny up. LeBron is his 17th season, leading the league in assists. Players like one of my teammates named Mike Penberthy. Right here, the first play of the game. Mike used to do this to me all the time. LeBron throws a lob to my main man, JaVale McGee. See, Mike used to do this all the time. He used to call a play, right? And then when you go back door, Mike Penberthy would make the same pass. He was a great player. I hope Kenny's not getting around that. But no, LeBron, look, 17th season. You shouldn't double him. If you double him, he will find this guy wide open.
You wouldn't double him, Shaq? What would you do with LeBron right there?
Let him get his numbers.
17th year.
Scoring numbers.
17th year, I would say get 40 every night.
But he won't be able to sustain that. But one of the weaknesses of the Lakers is when LeBron goes out the game, they don't have a playmaker. That's one of the reasons they really need a playmaker if they're going to beat the Clippers or somebody.
You telling me you got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, you got all of these young Kuzma, all these young players around him, and you say
And Rondo is a playmaker.
They need
more?
No.
Rondo's a playmaker.
They don't need more player. They need a playmaker.
Rondo's not a playmaker?
No, that was 10 years ago. They need a point guard that can play in today's type of game. That's a three-point shooter. Listen, Rondo's been a good player for a long time, but this is not 2005. This is 2020.
69, 55,
2020.
And a nice shout out to Mike Penberthy.
Yes.
He could shoot that thing, couldn't
Yes, he
Shaq?
can shoot that thing.
You got a ring, too.
And he was a great assist guy. Love you,
got
Mike.
the championship club, remember?
Yes, indeed.
And Mike Penberthy.
Yeah, he was in here.
He was in that championship club that night.
Man, Mike assist Penberthy.
Welcome back to the American Express halftime report. Y'all see what happened in Houston tonight?
No,
it was all Rockets.
Right.
I mean, here's Westbrook to Capella. Russ had a triple-double on the night. He had 32, 11, and 12. His 8th of the season, and now he's got a triple-double against everybody
Oh, give
in
me
the
that.
league.
You ain't gonna dunk it, though.
So they're up 16 going to the fourth quarter at home against
No
OKC.
way. No way.
Thunder 16-1 to tie the game. That's Gallinari.
Oh, give me that.
And
Another
then
foul.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And OKC's got the lead. Dennis Schroeder.
Got him.
27-7 run to end the game.
Oh, you know
the
Chris
Thunder
Paul's loving this.
Beat him 112-107.
Wow.
James Harden on the night, 29 points on 29 shots, 1 of 17 from 3.
Wow. And 10,000 dribbles.
After they lost 13 games in a row, the Pelicans then went 10-5, trying to make it 11-5, and they are taking it at the Memphis Grizzlies after 24 minutes at FedEx Forum. American Express halftime report. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith and Charles Barkley on this MLK Day. 3 games to come here on TNT. So this one. And then we've got the Lakers and Celtics, and then we've got the Warriors and the Blazers. And
2.5.
2.5.
I know, but it's 3 games total that we're bringing you.
Stop.
TNT.
It's a day of peace.
We also have American Express teammates, and I fully expected when we did this we'd be talking about Ja Morant.
He's not had a good half.
No, he has not. So we're talking Drew Holiday, who's missed 7 games. For the Pelicans with a strained left elbow, and he's looking great today with 21. Josh Hart contributing 10 off the New Orleans bench, and it has been all New Orleans. And Shaq's breakdown includes a look at both sides. Is this correct, big fella?
Yes, pay attention, fellas.
Okay.
When we were younger, we played inside, outside, right?
Yes, sir.
All in the same game. Now these teams, one's playing inside, one's playing outside. Take a look. Right here you see in Memphis, Charles, you like this, they're playing that old school high percentage basketball, taking in the post, score right over you. Again, right here, we're not shooting jumpers. We're going to take advantage of the mismatches. You're too little. Barbecue chicken alert. Now here, New Orleans, you know what? We don't want to play outside. Our big fella's on the bench. He should be playing today, but he'll probably play tomorrow. We're going to do what we do right here. Shoot it from the outside. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But a very different game from when we played, fellas. Again, we used to play inside out, but these teams, you either play inside or you play all outside.
How about New Orleans hitting a franchise record for a half? 15 threes. They were 15 out of
Outside.
28. Yeah, they are from the outside normally, three-pointers. So 69-50 is the halftime score. Yeah, go ahead, Chuck.
Okay. Well, I wanted to give you what you said we were talking about.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Because I'm not running the board because he and I were debating. If you're general manager, which young team would you want? The Memphis Grizzlies or the New Orleans Pelicans?
Well,
and this is where the debate began.
and I think when Zion comes back
Which will be Wednesday.
because Jackson and Ja Morant are nice building pieces for the Grizzlies going forward. But when Zion comes back and Ingram, those are going to be two nice building blocks too. But it's going to be interesting how those two guys play together. Because when you find out who's a good player or a great player, you have to see them play with other talent. There's a lot. I was talking to the great Kevin McHale in the back, and we were talking, and Steve Smith, we were talking about there's a lot of looters in the NBA. But there's a lot of looters in the ride around here, guys who put up great numbers who can't play dead.
Thank you.
And when you get to, it's going to be curious when Zion comes back, because that's going to cut down on Brandon Ingram's touches. He's going to probably get 10 to 15 less touches. And how you become a great player, what am I going to do those other 15 possessions? Whether I'm going to be a rebounder, a defender. So you really can't judge these guys. Like I said, there's a lot of looters in the ride going around in the NBA today.
Meantime, the first half for Ja Morant, 3 points, 4 assists, 1 out of 5 shooting for the.
But this ain't a good matchup.
The guy who's going to be the rookie of the year.
Well, no, I also think that his game, Joel said it, 15 touches that he doesn't, because there's an assist right there. The ability to freeze it, if y'all can freeze that. Can y'all freeze that anywhere? Is like another post-up guy. So here he is in the paint. Regardless of what happens, he puts 2 feet in the paint on every other possession. So now the defense sucks in. He's able to find people. Now they have better shooting opportunities or driving lanes. So you don't measure his game only by points or assists. It's the ability to affect the game, and he does it. Even when he's not playing well, the game could be affected.
We got to. Well, what time does Zion game start Wednesday? I want
Tuesday.
to. Okay, I want to make sure.
Wednesday. I'm not sure.
I mean, they got to start the game earlier because it seems like he's going to bed real early right now.
He just needs to get back on the floor, man. That'll wake him up.
What'd you say, Chuck?
Memphis, by the way, number 8 in the West coming in.